You keep saying you're tired. You say life got you drained. You say you don't have the energy. You say you'll start tomorrow because today just ain't your day. But let me tell you something you might not want to hear. You're not tired. You're unfocused. Because when something really matters to you, when it truly means something deep in your soul, you don't get tired, you get driven. You find a way. You stay up late, you wake up early, you push through headaches, through stress, through pressure. You don't suddenly run out of energy when it's something you love. So don't tell me you're tired. What you are is scattered. Your energy is going everywhere except the one place it needs to go. See, the problem ain't that you don't have enough time. The problem is you giving your time to everything that doesn't matter. You wake up in the morning and before your feet even touch the ground, you already distracted. You checking your phone, scrolling through other people's lives, watching people win while you still laying there trying to figure out why you feel so drained. And then you call that tiredness. No, that's not tired, that's misdirection. That's a lack of focus. You got dreams, I know you do. Everybody got dreams. You got something in your heart that keeps knocking, something that won't leave you alone. But instead of feeding that dream, you feeding your distractions. You giving your best energy to things that don't build you, don't grow you, don't move you forward. And then at the end of the day, you wonder why you feel empty. You wonder why you feel exhausted. It's because you've been busy all day doing nothing that matters. Let me break something down for you. There's a difference between being busy and being productive. Busy people are everywhere. Busy people always got something going on. They're always moving, always talking, always doing something. But productive people, they're focused. They know exactly what they're working toward. Every move they make got purpose behind it. And that's why they don't feel drained the same way. Because when your life has direction, your energy has somewhere to go. Right now, your energy leaking. It's leaking into conversations that don't matter, habits that don't serve you, environments that pull you down instead of pushing you up. You giving pieces of yourself away all day long, and by the time it's time to work on your dream, you got nothing left. Then you say, I'm tired. No, you spent yourself on the wrong things. Let me ask you something. Have you ever noticed how you can be tired all day, but the moment something exciting comes up, suddenly you got energy? Somebody mentions something you enjoy, and now you wide awake. You can stay up for hours doing what you like, but the moment it's time to work on your goals, suddenly you need a nap. That ain't exhaustion. That's a lack of alignment. That's your life telling you you haven't committed to what matters. See, focus is powerful. Focus is what turns ordinary people into unstoppable forces. When you focus, you cut out the noise. You stop chasing everything and start building something. You stop trying to do 100 things halfway and start doing one thing all the way. And when you do that, something changes. Your energy changes, your mindset changes, your results change. But focus requires discipline, and discipline ain't easy. Discipline means doing what needs to be done even when you don't feel like it. Discipline means saying no to things that feel good right now so you can have something greater later. Discipline means waking up when you don't want to, working when you'd rather relax, staying consistent when nobody's watching. And that's where most people fall off. Because it's easier to say I'm tired than to admit I'm not disciplined. It's easier to blame your circumstances than to take responsibility for your actions. But let me tell you something, your life don't change until you do. You can't keep living like this. You can't keep starting and stopping, dreaming and delaying, wanting more but doing the same. That cycle will break you. It will wear you down not because you're tired, but because you're stuck. And being stuck is one of the most exhausting places a person can be. You wake up every day knowing you're capable of more, but you're not doing more. That eats at you. That drains you in a way sleep never can fix, because this ain't physical tiredness. This is mental, emotional, spiritual exhaustion. And the only cure for that is progress. You need to move. You need to focus. You need to lock in on something and give it everything you got. Not halfway, not sometimes, not when you feel like it. Every day, consistently, with intention. You got to start cutting things out of your life. Yeah, I said it, cutting things out. Everything that don't serve your purpose gotta go. That might be habits, that might be people, that might be routines you've been comfortable with. But comfort is the enemy of growth. If you stay comfortable, you stay the same. And if you stay the same, don't expect your life to change. You don't need more time. Everybody got the same 24 hours. What you need is better focus with the time you already have. You need to decide what matters most and go all in on that. Stop spreading yourself thin. Stop trying to please everybody. Stop trying to do everything. Pick a direction and commit to it. And let me tell you something else. Focus ain't just about what you do, it's about what you ignore. You gotta learn how to ignore distractions, ignore negativity, ignore doubt, because those things will always be there. There will always be something trying to pull your attention away from what matters. That's the test. That's the challenge. Can you stay focused when everything around you is trying to break your concentration? Because if you can master that, you can change your life. I've seen people come from nothing and build something incredible. Not because they had more talent, not because they had more opportunities, but because they had more focus. They knew what they wanted, and they refused to let anything get in their way. They didn't let excuses control them. They didn't let distractions consume them. They stayed locked in. And yeah, it wasn't easy. There were days they felt like giving up, days they felt overwhelmed, days they felt like they had nothing left, but they kept going. Not because they weren't tired, but because they were focused. Their purpose was bigger than their feelings. That's what you need. A reason strong enough to keep you going when things get hard. A vision clear enough to guide you when things get confusing. Because without that, you'll keep drifting. You'll keep jumping from one thing to another, never really building anything, never really becoming who you're meant to be. And I don't want that for you. I don't want you to look back years from now and realize you had potential you never used. I don't want you to wake up one day and feel regret because you kept saying, I'm tired, instead of saying, I need to focus. You got more in you than you realize. You got the ability to change your life, to build something meaningful, to become something great. But it starts with a decision, a real decision, not a half-hearted promise, not a temporary burst of motivation, a commitment. You got to decide that you're done being distracted, done being average, done wasting your time and energy on things that don't matter. You got to decide that you're ready to focus, ready to lock in, ready to do what needs to be done. Because at the end of the day, nobody can do it for you. Nobody can focus for you. Nobody can live your life for you. It's on you. So the next time you catch yourself saying, I'm tired, I want you to stop. I want you to think. Ask yourself, am I really tired or am I just unfocused? And if you're honest with yourself, you'll know the answer. And once you know the answer, you can do something about it. You can change your habits. You can change your routine. You can change your mindset. You can start showing up differently. You can start putting your energy where it matters. You can start building the life you've been talking about. But it's not going to happen by accident. It's going to happen on purpose. It's going to happen through focus, through discipline, through consistent effort. You don't need a miracle. You need clarity, you need direction, you need to lock in on what matters and stop letting everything else control your life. Because your time is limited, your energy is valuable, and every day you spend distracted is a day you don't get back. So stop wasting it. Stop saying you tired. Say you ready to focus, ready to grow, ready to become the person you know you're capable of being, because you're not tired, you just haven't decided yet.